The FBI maintains a red list. The red list are citizens who will be immediately arrested during a national emergency or martial law. Over 400,000 names are on the red list. Now, unconfirmed, unsourced, but given what you know of the FBI and our three-letter agencies, do you doubt this list exists? Doubt at your own peril. The vast majority of the FBI will be voting to make this your commander-in-chief.
I learned that with the swipe of my pen, I could charge someone with the lowest level offense. And because of the swipe of my pen, that person could be arrested. They could sit in jail for at least 48 hours. They could lose time from work, and their family maybe lose their job. They'd have to come out of their own pocket to help hire a lawyer. They'd lose standing in their community. All because of the swipe of my pen. Weeks later, I could dismiss the charges, but their life would forever be changed. So I learned at a very young age the power.
Joining us now for a reaction, Peter Schweizer, president of the Government Accountability Institute. Peter, welcome.
Hey, Chanel, good to be with you as always.
I remember looking at some kind of statistic, but the vast majority of government workers do not vote for Donald Trump, and they also do not vote Republican, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the exact numbers, but when you think about that and you pair it up with that statement from Kamala Harris, and you look back on history, it just seems like we're about to repeat a lot of things that were egregious.
Well, I think the important thing to remember, Chanel, is that this repression happens not when leaders say, hey, it's now time to repress our opponents. It's always done with a rationale that sounds good. I mean, remember, Adolf Hitler, of course, engineered the burning of the German Bundestag, the parliaments, or the Reichstag, I should say, and that became the rationale for repression. He was saving the democratic political system, so to speak, in Germany, and that's what he used to justify his repression. The Bolsheviks did the same thing. It's been done all throughout history. So what we have to realize is repression often comes in the form of protecting safety or protecting democracy. And whenever you see political figures use that kind of rhetoric, I get very nervous because now it becomes a justification or a rationale for taking undemocratic, unliberal, in the traditional sense, steps in order to repress your opponents. And that's what I think the real danger is here, the twisting of language and motives to justify repression of your political opponents.
That's an excellent point. And yes, they always have a very twisted excuse for why all of this needs to happen. And I don't need to remind any of us about COVID-19 and all of the shenanigans they were able to pull under the guise of this is for the greater good. This is for the greater health of American and of the world. You'll kill people if you don't wear 2 layers of masks and get 3 boosters. That was not very long ago, and it seems eerily like that was almost like a trial run for some of the other things that could be down the pipeline.
Yeah, and I mean, I think to add to that, you know, Elon Musk made this point in Pennsylvania, and I think it was a really important one. I mean, this all begins with the First Amendment. The attempt to suppress speech and to say that certain ideas should not be expressed, that's the first step, because you're trying to prevent people from participating in the marketplace of ideas. The whole purpose of the marketplace of ideas in the First Amendment is for people to try to ascertain what is going on, what is the truth.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.